So what are my biggest problems on a skateboard? In this video, I'm gonna cover some of my bad habits and what I'm doing to fix it. Make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss a video from us. All right, let's do it. The thing I struggle with most in my tricks is I always land on my nose. This shows up in most of my tricks. So if I do a kickflip, I tend to land super high on my board. It shows up in tray flips and honestly, just a little bit in everything I do. There are some pros to this. I've developed this habit because it's been useful for what I do. On transitions, if I flip the board into my feet in this position, I can finish a backside rotation pretty easily. I can push my front foot in and I can pull the back of the board around, and that creates a really nice backside landing. But then on flat ground, it's not as useful. Although it doesn't kill my kick flips or tray flips, it is something I have to be aware of and try to fix. Where it does become an issue is frontside tricks, frontside flips, hard flips, frontside heel flips, even frontside shove-ins. I have to get used to the visual that this spot for the board is okay for me. I'm used to being way high on the board. So when I'm watching it spin, I've watched it spin and flip underneath me in this spot for years. And it's really hard to calibrate my brain and gain some trust that this spot is actually okay. That nose looks so far away from me and I feel like I'm gonna loop out. To fix this problem, I have to make a couple of simple adjustments and probably work on it for a long time. The number one adjustment that I need to make is that when I am in the bottom of my squat, that I can feel my back foot load on the tail. If I feel a weak back foot, that usually just means I'm standing a lot on my front foot and my board is sitting behind me. When I do this, I'm more likely to miss my flick on my kick flips. I'm more likely to over flip and have bad placement on my tray flips. And the reality is, it makes frontside flips almost impossible. Where if I feel myself load my tail and push that board a little bit forward and keep the front trucks in front of my body instead of directly underneath my shoulder or my head, then that lets me flip my kick flips consistently, lets me aim the tray flips nicely, and it lets me rotate my frontside flips, which I still struggle with. At this stage, it's hard for me to set up for a trick the way that I want to. I need to build this habit of holding that board a little bit in front of me, and then also maintain my confidence while I'm at the bottom of the squat. Especially when I'm rotating frontside, I find it really difficult to sit behind the board like I need to, and I want to jump into the trick this way because I feel like that's gonna help me. Logically, I know that it doesn't help, but this is the stage that I'm at, and this is what I'm working on. After I get a good squat and I know I'm in the right position, my feel with my back foot is that I have to push the board forward. But this is a feel. Sometimes feel versus real is different. My back foot is not actually going forward when I do a kick flip, but it feels like it is, because I'm used to pushing it so far backwards that just making a subtle change feels like I'm shooting my board out in front of me. And this feeling gets even more dramatic on tray flips and frontside flips, where my back foot might actually have to move a little bit forward. That's a really good one. I've been working on this problem for the last couple of weeks, And I'm just now starting to feel some of that confidence come in. And now I'm able to apply it to tricks I never thought even needed it. Like a backside flip will end up behind me a lot of the time. But now, with what I know about how the kick flips feel, and how that last tray flip felt, and how the frontside flip felt, wait, I can just shoot this board a little bit forward, and now this backside flip will rip around. Yeah, I still land in nollie heel. It's kind of built in. I'm gonna land like this on backside spinning tricks because this is what I know. But at least it flipped. At least it was under my feet. And now I have a new key thought that I can use as I approach pretty much every trick. No matter how long you've been skating, there are things to stay aware of and some habits that you'll have to keep in check. For me, my habits are going to be different than the ones that you have to focus on. But just because I've been skating for 25 solid years doesn't mean there aren't some simple things that I gotta go work on every single day. It almost worked. The last piece of this puzzle for me is working on my catch. Obviously, I'm used to standing on the front of the board. So catching the board with my back foot on the tail, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've only caught the board in that foot position maybe 20 times ever. I'm just not used to it. So I'm gonna have to get my reps up through landing ollies and landing shove-its with my back foot on the tail and my front foot low on the board. This is eventually how I want to land my tray flips. But I'm not quite ready because I don't trust it while that board is spinning. I could probably apply it to kick flips. Pretty much, I can apply it to kick flips, but tray flips, I just don't trust it. That's gonna take a lot of practice. I'm gonna build my trust by getting my reps up, doing simple tricks that I know I can do a majority of the time, and landing in a good foot position, and just building the confidence the old-fashioned way. Then, with some very focused practice on kick flips and tray flips, those habits will start to build. And then one day, I won't even think about it. Now that you know what I'm doing to fix my flat ground tricks, maybe you can apply it to your skating too. Thank you for watching. Hey, there's gonna be 2 videos that are popping up right here or right here. You should click on them.